what up? It's been a long time since I dropped the YouTube video. So, to cut the chase, my name is Miloš and I am currently, well, I already have tried once to go on and kind of build my brand on Instagram and YouTube, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was more like a coping mechanism than a meaningful, purposeful plan to growth. And that's when because I was having all this free time, that once it ran out, it was game over, literally. At the point of my mental health and my mental health, my physical health, my gym gains, my there was a plenty of stuff that I have to work on. And because I am now at my senior year at high school, I decided to like go on and go and do a client work for other people, because I think at this moment right now I am really like a nobody. I don't have anything authentic to me, because yeah, I was spending all my time on vices, hanging out on drinking alcohol, partying, and procrastinating on my phone. And even when I was doing something meaningful like schoolwork, I was all the time I was getting like a backlash, like how I'm not good enough or how I'm a failure. That's why I decided to like grow some integrity, grow some dignity, because I needed the most I needed the most at the current moment right now, because there are a lot of these issues I'm having. Lately I was like, yeah, the country is falling apart. Is there anything that I can do? And if there is, I probably will be. It is going to be almost impossible to me for me to actually do this. So I wrote this Marcus Aurelius letter to myself like 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years ago. And I quoted like a paragraph which really resonated with me. So like he says, so you were born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them. Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants, and the spiders and bees going about their individual tasks, putting the role in order as best as they can? And you're not willing to do your job as a human being? Aren't you running to do what your nature demands of you? You don't love yourself enough, or you love your nature too and do what it demands of you. Yeah, it's kind of silly, but then I was like, yeah, he was an emperor. What could he know possibly? Because he was like conditioned. He had all of these privileges that made the path easier to imperiorship. While I am just a regular working class child of a working class that has left the knowledge in the dust and made the schooling part their knowledge, which is kind of kind of puts me at unease sometimes. That's why I decided to do like client work. I'm transitioning from doing stupid, like not stupid, but not unnecessarily stupid, like, but the videos that don't go anywhere because I don't have any integrity built it. I can't build any integrity because well, it's hard, but that's not the excuse. It'll take me a long time, and I don't think that I can spare that much time for me to just continue the same thing that I was doing, because I need to transition to something else, not necessarily as like a coping mechanism, but more as like the thing that will keep me get me there faster, like in 3 to 6 months, because I already have like experience in. It's more about I'm going to become like a content specialist, where I do content for other people in a more efficient way, that they will because they have the other people that I would like to work with have already something built up, but they don't know how to use the content in the way they brain the brain of those people isn't wired for the things about content and social media that much. So I think that I'll hugely benefit them and myself, even if I go down that path. But to be reassured, I'm still going to train. It's not the matter of fact that it's the matter of fact that I'm going to train the same amount of the intensity, just not in the artistic amount that I was doing like in the summer this year. I need to take a responsibility. That's really like what this is all about. Currently reading the Bible, and that's it's all pointless if you don't have any freedom. It's all pointless. Like, you're going to be as religious as your authorities are. If you are not free, if you didn't achieve enough status of freedom, there's no like connection to God, holidays, religious holidays, there's none of that. The guy who is like dependent on all of these things cannot celebrate. Well, he should not celebrate Christmas and those celebrations, because he didn't earn himself. Like a broke man who works his like 9 to 5 job, or who is just like a kid who can look after himself. He like celebrates Christmas and all of these other celebrations religiously. He is part of this church of this town, but it's like all for one. You're now part of the religious community, and it's like you are part of the politics. It's like religious politics. Like which denomination is better than the other? Which church has more tradition or history? That doesn't matter if you don't have at least one sense of freedom. I have other things also to do amongst the physical training and the client work that will somewhat slow me down, like school classes and other people who are like monitoring what I am doing on my computer, like my parents, and who are like crazy people. Because once I remember like a year ago when I was trying to do content creation or video editing for my clients, my parents were like so mad to the point where they were almost going to cut the electricity for my computer, which is, and that's the whole issue of this. That's the whole issue. I can't. Well, there is a certain there's a 50-50 chance that I'll actually get away from that people, from these people. It's like I watched Death Note recently, and it's like I'm trying to keep the secret of me doing this client work, the same way that Light Yagami kept the secret that he's a killer, serial killer. Except this time I don't have. Yeah, I have an opponent, but it's not like a human being. It's more like an imaginary force. Maybe it is like a Satan who is trying to waste my time with all the devices that other people are doing with the same thoughts that didn't generate them, or the same thoughts of other people which they didn't generate themselves, but the Satan put in their mind, so they think that that'll be like their coping mechanism out, and that's the enemy that I'm fighting. Yeah, I have a super cool classes, and because I am from Europe, there is I am doing drying classes to learn to dry your car. It's another level of freedom. The problem is that yeah, when it comes to driving a car, I'm dependent on the law, more or less. If the law didn't exist, and if it was like in America, I'll probably like drive a car right now and have no issues with that, because they get their driving licenses at 16, while you can have a pseudo driving license for 2 years, which allows you to drive in Serbia and nowhere else with yeah, it has a few restrictions, but it's like a fake, a new driving license that the government gives you at the beginning when you are a driver beginner. And once the client work starts, I'll need 3 things. The one thing is it's not smart to expose everything. I need 3 things. I am going to need a good like solid beast laptop, so I can work anywhere. That's one step. First step. Second step is to I found this community of content creators, or more like content specialists, video editors. Crap, I need to work on my pronunciation. Anyways, there are communities that I would like to join, and they are more expensive because it's a year. You are paying it on a year. It's an annual membership, but it's worth it because like you invest. It may sound crazy to you, but if you invest like that much money with being surrounded with people who are other people who are the same as you are, and maybe even better, I think that's totally worthwhile. Yeah, that's like totally the thing that those 2 things, and the third, or yeah, those are the 3 equally important things. The third one will be getting the fuck away from the house of my parents, packing my stuff in like a bag or 2, my journals, my documents, my keys, my everything, and going in another city. I live not going to the capital because the capital of my capital of my city is huge. So and I have a more it's easy to as an entrepreneur to work in Belgrade. So I'm going there, and that's the plan. That'll be maybe a year after this. So like, yeah, after this high school senior year ends, like May, June, July, and when the exam results come out for getting into uni, the same day I'm going to like move out and completely disappear because I have all the documents. I am legally, I'll have maybe, I have a, so I'm 18, I'll be next year 19. I'm not, how do you say that? How do I say that? Yeah, I'm on the paper and officially I'm an adult. So that won't be the issue. I'll have probably like many other problems along the way that I didn't account for at this moment. But that's like the main goal. And once I'm out of the pit that I could call home or the house of my parents, I think that I'll improve in calisthenics and all the other things that are important to me right now, and eventually live the biblical life. And when I die, I'll probably like when you give your CV to the job interview and they like you apply for the job with your CV and you get accepted. The same way I'm going to apply with my CV, with my mortal life on this earth, to enter and to be accepted in the kingdom of heaven, the new city of Jerusalem. And yeah, I hope and get some dignity, get some integrity in my life, because I have all of this knowledge, these experiences, but they mean nothing if I can't use my internal to make myself use my internal to build my external aspect. It's because what's the point if external doesn't affect internal and internal doesn't affect external? No, the internal doesn't affect external. That's really important. That's what I lack currently. This was the episode of Spiritual Resurrection, episode 1. Yeah.